Hello. Hello, Patil sir.
Yes, good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. Shall we start, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Good morning and welcome all the delegates and participants in this one-week online training program on crop weather modeling tools for climate smart agriculture, organized by CAS CSAWM MPKV Rahuri. On behalf of organizing team, I would like to request Dr. R.H. Patil sir, co-convener of this training program, Head Agricultural Meteorology, Nodal Officer GKMS and Fasal Project, College of Agriculture, University of Agriculture Sciences, Dharwad, to introduce our today's speaker.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. As part of this 1 week long online training program, we have today in the forenoon Dr. Prabjyot Kaur Sidhu, Senior Agrometeorologist and Head Department of Agriculture Meteorology, PAU, Ludhiana. And I have an opportunity to briefly introduce today's speaker to all the participants. Dr. Sidhu, she did her BSc from Amritsar, GNDU in 1989, and MSc from PAU Ludhiana in 1993, and PhD from the same university in 2004. And then since then, she has worked in different capacities as assistant agrometeorologist, agrometeorologist, senior agrometeorologist, and now she is heading the AICRP on agrometeorology and also NICRA project, National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture. And she is also a co-PI for the Fasal project, which is operating in the university. And her research interests include crop modeling, climate change and its effect on crops, and agroclimatic characterization. And she's been awarded with Dr. P.D. Mystery Best PhD Thesis Award for her PhD work in the year 2008. And she's one of the well-known agrometeorologists from PAU Ludhiana. And we are all lucky to have her today. And she's delivering a lecture on crop weather pest models, a tool for climate smart agriculture. So with that brief introduction, I would invite Dr. Sidhu for the presentation today. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir, for giving such a good introduction and your kind words. So, shall I share my screen?
Sure, madam. Please,
okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Is the presentation visible?
Sure, very much visible, and your audio is also good.
Okay. With that, I thank the opportunity that I have been given by Rahuri to deliver this lecture. And I'll be talking to you about crop pest models, which are a tool for climate smart agriculture. And in this context, we all know that the losses caused by insect pest in agriculture, they are one of the major hindrance which reduce the crop productivity. And it has been estimated that the losses in crop production due to diseases, they account for 20%, and due to insect 30%. So nearly 50% of reduction in the yield of the crop is due to the insect pest. So if we are able to model them and provide information to our farmers regarding the timely application of the remedial measures, which can be some spraying or any other integrated pest management also. So that will be helpful in reducing this loss of the crop, and also lead to the increase in the income of the farmers. So with that, for management of insect pest, different methods are adopted. They can be physical methods, cultural methods, biological or chemical. So all this are farmers, they have been doing it since a long time. But now in this era where we are talking about climate smart agriculture, so there the sustainable pest management is very necessary, and that means that you use the pesticides to a lesser amount. It's not maximizing the use of pesticide, because that leads to the degradation of our environment. So you reduce the use of the pesticide and replace them with the safe control measures. And in this, several approaches they are available. One is through the use of the models. These models, the crop models, the dynamic simulation models are already available. And in that, in addition to the growth module, a module which is related to the pest can be added to that, and that crop growth model can become a more of a holistic model, where it will do the not only the forecast of the pest, but also provide the information to the user regarding what is to be applied, and what is the rate or the dose at which that management should be applied. Or if one management option has been applied, then what next should be applied. That can be a sort of an interactive module, and nowadays we call them as expert systems. So I'll be discussing with you all those systems. So this is a simple definition of a plant disease model. That is, it is a simplification of a relationship between the pathogen, host plant and the environment, and it determines that how an epidemic can develop over a period of time. And this is a pest model like a disease model. It is again the relationship between the pest and the host plant and the environment. So these are the three things: weather, host and pathogen. They interact, and if the weather is favorable, the host plant is at the susceptible stage, and the pathogen is present, which can be in form of spore or egg form or pupal form or adult form, any form it can be. So if the weather is favorable and the host plant is at that susceptible stage, it will develop in an epidemic. Then how these plant pest and disease models, they are helpful for developing a decision support system. That is, they will help us in determining the optimal strategy under any given situation. And also they can be helpful in providing the forecast. That is, with the predicted weather condition, what is expected for that pest population, whether it is expected to increase or whether there can be prediction of weather which will not be conducive for the development of that pest. So all that information it can give, and it can provide the this one pest model. If it is purely a pest model, it can say it is for rice crop. So it can answer many different pests of rice crop. So there it will provide the description of the several types of the pest populations which are prevalent in that crop, how their population growth is taking place, or their immigration or their expansion, etc. that can occur. Or if it is a disease, how the disease severity index will behave under the given predicted weather condition, etc., so on and so forth. Then what is a decision support system? So in simple words, it can be defined as a computer software which is designed to simulate in one or more ways that a human expert uses his or her experience or knowledge in making a diagnosis or a recommendation. Generally, up till now, our agricultural scientists or entomologists, they have been able to help the farmers in providing this type of information. But the outreach becomes a problem. So over there, if such pest models they are available, or such expert systems they are available, or decision support system is available, so that will be helpful in helping the say the extension worker in developing that sort of information which is to be given to the farmers of the area for that particular crop. So what does a decision support system do? It has some questions to address. And what is that? That is what is the weather condition, or what is the predicted weather condition? Is there any risk of infestation, or is the crop agri susceptible?
Dear participants, it looks like Dr. Sidhu is a little off now, maybe the net problem. He would be soon back, and I would request all the participants to be muted and just wait for a few minutes. Now, are you back, madam? Now.
Yeah, I'm back. It just went off.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, I'm
Take
just
your
going
time.
to rejoin.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you are back now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
Yes. So, in integrated pest management, decision support systems, they are used for prediction of the pest population and the stages of the pest, and also if there is going to be any sort of outbreak. So the basic structure of a decision support system, it consists of a database section first of all, and then in that database section, the processing system is coming, and all different models which are going in that is all the equations, etc. They go all in this and then there is some external data which is given in by the user, so that goes in the database, and then that information goes in the models, and then at the user interface, the user can also interact with that decision support system. So this is the basic framework of a DSS. So this is a figure which is showing an idealized decision support system for plant disease management. In this, the first section is the crop environment, second is the database, third is the knowledge which has been built up in that expert system or the decision support system, and then is the decision section. And all these are interlinked by each other by the different thumb rules or different equations which go into it, or the information on what type of cultural practice or some pesticide spray should be followed. And then the weather data which goes in, that comes from the automated weather stations which are installed at different locations, and all that real-time data flows into this decision support system. This is again the features. Features contain the weather records, the biological data, the geophysical data, and the socio-economic information. Then when you are building up or following that decision support system, there are some steps to be followed. Steps to be followed are, that is, it can have a mixed mode. That is, there will be quantitative data input as well as the qualitative data input. Then the redundant form, that is, you are validating the data from another stream, complementary and supportive. So these are different steps where which have to be followed when you are building up or developing a decision support system. Then this is the cycle of the decision making processes in the pest management. That is, first of all, pest identification is to be there, and then the pest monitoring. Once the pest is identified, then regular monitoring has to be done by that system, and then assessment of the level of the incidence, whether it is below the ETL level or whether it has crossed the ETL level. And then if it is below the ETL level, at that time, it should give you the prediction that no intervention is required. Only you have to do the regular monitoring. But if it crosses the ETL level, that is the economic threshold level, then evaluation of management practices have to be done in that database section of the decision support system. And within those different available management options, which has to be selected, which management needs to be selected. Then this is the scheme of an innovative decision support system for plant disease management. Again, the same information, it is contained here. Then we have not a very long history of these decision support system, because they are not very old tools. They are quite recent. After the start of the simulation modeling, these pest models, they also were developed by different scientific groups in different parts of the world. So their history goes back to mid 1970s, when in Michigan State University, it was just a moment, please. हेलो जी सर, हाँ जी सर, मिल देता समय था।
Madam, please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now you're okay. Please go ahead.
So the work started in 1970s, and then in 1990s. In 2005, a program which was given by Jones and Brunner, their Microsoft Excel sheets, they were developed for this management of the pest through a decision support system. Later, in University of California, Calyx model was developed. Then Karma was a case-based range management advisor. Then CIPRA, that was a real-time weather-driven bioclimatic model for 35 pests. Then HEAPS, that was for Helicoverpa armigera and Helicoverpa punctigera simulation model. It was developed. After that, in Peru, ILCYM, that is insect life cycle modeling decision support system, came. Then NAPFAST came. After that, we had rice pest. That was a multi-pest system model simulating the yield losses due to the pests of rice crop. That was developed at the IRI, that was in Philippines. Then came the soy pest. Soy pest was a web-based expert system that used to help the farmers in managing their pest for the soybean crop. After that came the Rentisma. Then NEWA, that was a network for environmental and weather applications. Then decision support system for IPM in India. They have some, these are some of these pests, that is the soy pest. It is for this Indian subcontinent, then rice crop doctor, AGREX and ESABU. Now, though these have been developed over quite some time, but they have some of the weaknesses with respect to the integrated pest management. That is the soy pest. It is a web-based identification management of soybean pest, but there is lack of farmer-oriented advices. Means it is more of used for the research purpose rather than for a farmer level. Similarly, rice pest doctor also, and AGREX and ESAGU. So ESAGU doesn't have the pest surveillance in there. And then other decision support system in India are Aqua, Agri Dakshi, EXO, WHEM, RKMP, PMIS, Pesticide Advisor, and ePest surveillance system for Maharashtra. So these are different pest surveillance or the decision support systems which are available for in India. Then these are some slides regarding the history of these insect pest management that you can all see in my this lecture notes, but I would like to go straight away to yes. Now this is the organization and information flow in the warning service of Emilia Romagna, which was developed in North Italy, and it provides the regional, it has been given by the Regional Plant Protection Organization. In this, it has these several parts, that is weather data and the forecast. It goes into the computer system, and in that there is a model which is running, that is PhytoSpa, that is an automatic run of pest and disease model that is run over here. And after the output is obtained, then experts, they analyze that. After the experts analyze it, then there is a discussion within the groups. And then in that also comes the pest and disease monitoring network. That is all, means weather data is coming from here and running the model, and the monitoring network, it is also giving the information over here, and then guidelines for the integrated pest management, they are prepared. These guidelines, they are then discussed with the local advisors. Supposing we are doing at country level, okay, say for rice crop, at country level we are doing, then it goes to different states. Then within the states, there are local advisors, and they again further process that or refine that, and then it goes to the farmer or the grower. So this is the how the information or the network, it goes in this system. Then we have DAS, is a comprehensive system that incorporates WSU, AG weather net data forecast from NOAA's National Digital Forecast Database and other information sources. And it is a guide for the orchard pest management. So this is a sort of the window it has, in which all different informations, they are available, and how the user can use that is also available. So this is a web-based decision support system, which the orchard farmers, or they can run it themselves and get the feedback as to what sort of protective measures they are to be adopted. So if such sort of pest surveillance or the decision support systems, they are available to the farmers, or to the extension worker who can further give that information to the farmers, it will go a long way in boosting the income of the farmers and also what we call as climate smart agriculture. Because what is the current weather and what is the forecasted weather, both those information go in these systems. Then in this models available in this WSU DAS, that is the system. It has the models for apple maggot. This is Campyloma bug, peach plant, then Sanjo scale, then leaf roller, oriental froth moth. So all these different models developed by different scientists over different locations, they are clubbed together, and then this decision support system has been developed. So this is the decision-making processes in integrated pest management. What we have to do over there, first of all, you need to identify the problem, then analyze it and develop some solution for that. And among those solutions, say there are 10 solutions, which is the best, which should be adopted over here. So that is then convert your decision into the action. This is a framework for the implementation of integrated pest management based on the EU directive on sustainable use of pesticides. And this has been modified from European Commission. That is over here, you have to apply the pesticides, but the sustainable management needs to be done. Then this is the graph which shows the spatio-temporal characterization of decision problems in crop production. That is, what are the operational issues that can have a time frame of minutes to hours. And when you are addressing some technical, or you are taking some technical decisions, that can have a time frame of days. And strategies, it can have the time frame of months or years. So this is the time frame on which the decision making problems, they are addressed in different time frames. This is a screenshot of Plenty Info, which is a system over here, which is available on the phone, and it gives you the information of the pest in graphical form also, where the user can see how it is running over the period of time, this pest, what are the different peaks, or what was the time frame when those peaks occurred, and then how it is going down. Then this is a screenshot of California Pestcast. This is a disease model database which has been developed under the integrated pest management. And this database is a clearing house of information about the models which have been developed for the crops which are of economic importance in California. And in this database, it uses the weather, information on weather, the information on host, pathogen, etc. And then it predicts the disease outbreak. And Dr. J.C. Broom, plant pathologist with UC Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education Program, they are leading this integrated pest management program in US. So within that framework, what are the different pests which are addressed? That is it addresses insect and mites pest. Hello. जी सर, सर किया ही जी सर फ्रॉस्ट अजय तक सिर्फ एक दिन पड़ी है। हाँ जी सर, बेसिकली then insect pest mites, nematodes, weeds, crops, plant diseases, and this is the list of the insect pest mites which are being modeled in this framework. Then this is another screenshot of this Rentisma. This is a web-based interface of a pilot web-based real-time integrated pest management decision support system, Rentisma, and the related forecast of the pest emergence, first and second generation and cumulative in Greece. So this is how it is giving this information on different pests there, and it is a real-time pest forecasting system which is running in Greece. Then within India also, we have this decision support system for the management of insect pest of major rice and cotton based cropping system. This information is available on the website of ICAR in this integrated pest management program, and under NAIP, that is the National Agriculture Innovation Project. They have developed this website, and you can see this, and within that weather-based prediction system which has been developed by NCIPM, it has two types of interfaces. One is the they have two type of interface, which is one is the user interface and one is the admin interface. That is the admin, they can go there and they can just given that given the feedback feed in of if any management option has to be given over there, or some sort of changes in the this information which is an input has to be made. And then there is a user interface on which the farmer or the client can register, and they can get the online information of the pest. So this is available on the website of ICR. So in this, these are the weather-based predictors. This is an example of the weather-based predictors which are running in this decision support system. Like you see, this is an example of pest severity index for leaf folder in rice. So just to show to you that how dynamic it is, this is a screenshot of the information of when the prediction of leaf folder in rice has to be given for Ludhiana say in Punjab, Raipur in Chhattisgarh, and Aduthurai in Tamil Nadu. You see over here, the thresholds, they are different. When maximum temperature at Ludhiana, it is in the range of 30 to 33 degrees Celsius. But for Raipur, it is in the range of 31 to 34 degrees Celsius. At Aduthurai, it is in the range of 30 to 32 degrees Celsius. Now, these thumb rules, they are developed using the pest data and the weather data for years which should be at least more than 5 to 6 years. Minimum means longer the better. So then these thumb rules, they are developed, these threshold limits, they are developed. That is how the pest severity it will be giving. When it is giving, the user is getting high, it means the pest infestation is more than 1000. But at Raipur, high means more than 100. And at Adutrai, high means more than 200. So that is why I said it has to be dynamic. It cannot be same, because the weather conditions, the varieties, and the pathogen strains, etc., they will be different under the environmental conditions of Punjab state from the environmental conditions of Chhattisgarh and from Tamil Nadu. So because they are going to be different, so it is not that for each, say for India, for all states, you can give the same thresholds and you can give the same, says the severity index, etc. That has to be different for all. Hello? Okay. ठीक है जी. हाँ हाँ डॉक्टर थिड ने मांगा है. हाँ हाँ हो जाएगा, उन्हीं को ही जा रहा है. So this is how it is going to be different for these different locations. Then at PAU also, Punjab Agriculture University also, we have developed some decision support systems. The first one which was developed was, this is available on the website of Punjab Agriculture University. This is a web-based decision support system for late blight disease of potato. And you can just log into the university website, and over there you can have a look at it. And you see, this is the user interface. Over here, the user will select the district. This is for the potato growing regions of Punjab. So this is a drop-down menu which gives you the list of different districts. So the user can select the district, because it contains the historical information also and the current information also. So the year can be selected, like supposing you want to, at this point of time, the year selected will be 2020. And then within 2020, which month? December month, okay. Then which day or the week? And then if you select the day, then which date to be selected, or within that month, or if you want weekly information, then weekly can be selected. And at the back end, the real-time information on the weather, it is coming from the automated weather stations which are installed in these potato growing regions. So information from there is coming, and then the user can just click over here on the submit button, and he will get the expected disease severity value. So these are all this is the user interface, and rest all they are the admin interfaces. Now, this is the screenshot of the same system that is available in Punjabi language also. So because if we want to make it user friendly for our farmers, so you need to do it in what you say, in the vernacular language also. Hello? Hello? Sir, मैं भेज रही हूँ तानू गुरदासपुर की information. So it is coming. Then this is another decision support system here at Punjab Agriculture University, which our department has developed. That is a decision support system for whitefly in corn. So earlier we wanted to put it on the website of the university, but later on we are now in the process of converting it into a app-based, that is a mobile-based application. I'll come into that also. So earlier, when we had developed this, it was in the form of a website, web-based system. So you see how it runs. It was developed for the cotton growing areas of Abohar, Faridkot and Bathinda. And in the database section is the daily weather data. It goes in, and there is a predictor, that is a whitefly population predictor. The weather data goes into that. And then when that weather data goes into that database section of the predictor, over there the model runs and the weather-based prediction of whitefly they are generated. Then then over there we have provided a user interface also. So that prediction of that population, along with whatever the farmer is giving in his input, that is at which date his crop was sown. One is the date of sowing, because according to that, it will calculate the age of the crop. And then the what earlier pesticide, if the farmer has applied, whether he has done no spray or he has done some spray. So if he selects that spray has been done, then a drop down menu comes, and within that drop down menus the farmer can select, that is this pesticide I have applied. So then what it will do, it will give the farmer or the user the advisory for the control of the this pesticide. Forward कर दे Dr. Thillo. Pinala आई भी photo खींच के भेज देता. Okay, so it goes on like this. So this is the basic flow of information in this decision support system that in our department we have developed for whitefly in cotton. So how did we build up? So when we were in the process of building it up, we used the weather and pest data from 2004 to 2015. That is, we used 11 years of weather and pest data for the stations Abohar, Bathinda and Faridkot. These are the main cotton growing areas in the state. So when we were in the process of developing the threshold, so it works on the threshold, that is maximum temperature range, minimum temperature 22 to 28 degrees Celsius, maximum RH within the range of 73 to 90%, minimum 38 to 63%, and the temperature humidity index within the range of 0.35 to 0.55. That is favorable for the buildup of the whitefly population in cotton. So this is the basic data which goes into the database section of this system. Then for Faridkot, we did the evaluation of the maximum temperature ranges 32 to 36 degrees Celsius, minimum 21 to 29, RH 70 to 90%, minimum RH 45 to 74%, and THI, that is the temperature humidity index, 0.35 to 0.55. That is favorable for the buildup of whitefly population at Faridkot. And we had to put a rider also. As I said, when the weather is favorable for the buildup of the population, and when the population goes down, that is, if the rainfall, this is the weekly cumulative total of more than 35 millimeter at Bathinda, it brings down the pest population, and at Faridkot more than 15 mm brings down the pest population. So then this is the basic flow chart of this. That is, when the model starts running, it will first of all read the daily weather data, that is the maximum minimum temperature, RH and rainfall. And on the basis of that temperature and humidity data, it will compute the temperature humidity index. Then it will read the limits. That is, if maximum temperature is more than 32 and less than 39, minimum more than 22, less than 28, RH more than 73, less than 91, RH minimum more than 38, less than 63, and THI if within the range of 0.35 to 0.55. If it is yes, then it will ask the question, that is within the program only, are more than 3 conditions fulfilled? So if more than 3 conditions are not fulfilled, means only 1 or 2 conditions are fulfilled, then it will give the output weather is favorable for the low growth of whitefly. But if more than 3 conditions are fulfilled, then the next question, because now whitefly population is going to build up. So if it says, is the rainfall more than 35 millimeter for the past 7 days? So if it is, the answer is yes, then the output will be reduction in the whitefly population. But if the rainfall is not more than 35 millimeter, or if it is less, then weather is favorable for the moderate growth of the whitefly. And then the next question it will ask when it is running, because you see it keeps on running cumulatively. Is the weather favorable for moderate growth of whitefly for 2 consecutive weeks? So if for 2 weeks it is giving the output is moderate growth of whitefly, then in the 3rd week it will give, if the answer is yes, weather is favorable for high growth of whitefly. So this is how this predictor it works. This is the basic flow of information in this predictor. So these are some of the screenshots of this web-based decision support system which we had developed. That is, the user can click onto the button whitefly advisory, and in that whether he wants to see the current incidence or the season average. Supposing you are an extension worker and you are advising the farmers of your region, then you may be wanting to see that how this pest has behaved for the past month or the past 2 months or during that season. Then once the user selects the current incidence, then this window comes, whereas the first portion is, that is, you select the station. Select the station amongst these cotton growing stations the user can select. He'll give in his date of sowing and the date for checking the incidence, on which date he wants to check. So once he fills in this information, he will click on the button check incidence. So this is what will be displayed. That is the weather data for the past 7 days for Bathinda. So this was the average maximum temperature, minimum temperature, RH, THI, rainfall, and the prediction was weather favorable for low growth and development. Then this is for the user, farmer to use. That is, he will here fill in the details for the advisory. In that, he will first of all give in his information, number of adult whitefly per leaf in the upper canopy that he can select, and then select the spray done, whether he has done no spray or this is the recommended sprays we have here in PAU, in Punjab Agriculture University, which has recommended. So that menu comes, and then it gives the advisory, do regular 2 to 3 days interval monitoring of whitefly. So this was in case of weather which is favorable for the low growth of the whitefly. When in case of moderate growth of whitefly, as I told you that the farmer or the user can select the number of adult whitefly per leaf in the upper canopy. These are the different options which the user can select: less than 4, 4 to 6, or more than 6. This is the number of the adult in upper 3 leaves of the canopy. So if now this is the pest load, that is 4 to 6, that is moderate growth is there. So then this is the type of advisory comes. This is in case of highly favorable weather. Highly favorable weather, that is again the user, he is selecting over here, that is, I have done, my pest load is more than 6, and this is the spray option he has selected. So this is the advisory will be given. Now this is the screenshot in case of heavy rainfall. Rainfall of 95 mm has occurred. So then there is reduction in whitefly population, but the caution will be do the regular monitoring of whitefly. So these are the different selection options the user can see. Then this is if supposing the user has selected the season average. So this is the weekly. You see, from 1st April 2017 to 7th April 2017, how many conditions were fulfilled, and it was favorable for the moderate growth, then low, low, moderate, low, 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 so on and so forth, the user can see. This is an analysis we did for the different crop years for a Bohart station, that is for 2015, 16 and 17, how each week it is giving those outputs. And these we have validated with the real time data also. And we found that the prediction was more than 85% for the station. Same data, this is for the second station. You see, from the 27th meteorological week up to the 39th meteorological week for the year 2015, 16, 17, how, when you see, whenever the rain is coming over here, so it is giving the reduction in the whitefly population. And after 2 weeks, it is giving the high. So you see over here, there is one moderate, then rainfall is there, one moderate, so low, low, one moderate, second moderate, so then high starts. This is for Faridkot, the same thing. Then within this decision support system, we have also given a link to 2 videos. These videos are for the spray technology, recommended spray technology. So once the user clicks on over here, he will be directed to those YouTube videos which are available, in which he can see what is the right methodology for doing the spraying in the field. Then within this website also, we have given a link to the management of the whitefly, how it can be done. It's a sort of like a package of practice. So what are the management options, non-chemical management options, chemical control measures, all this information, all this is available in the package of practice of the university. From there we have taken this information. And then there are some do's and don'ts, which we advise the farmers that he should do this or he should not do this. So all these information is also given over here. Then information about the whitefly also, that is the history of the whitefly, what are the peak activity period, like it is from May to October. And the second is peak activity period is from July to September. Then how within the state it is distributed, and what are the host plants. Then what is the nature of the damage, how it is done, and what are some of the natural enemies of insect pest of cotton. Then information on the life cycle of whitefly, it is also given over here. Now, as I told you that earlier we had developed it as a web-based decision support system, but now we are in the process of developing it into a mobile app. So mobile app, we are actually in the process of linking it with the automated weather station data. So we have put up the first station there in one of the station, and during this month we will be January month we'll be installing automatic weather station at the other cotton growing stations, and then from the next year onwards, this will come in the operational phase. This is the in the English, whether the user wants to run it in English or in the local Punjabi language. So it is available in both, the same. So these are the different screenshots of the different means the next screen that will be made available once the user starts running it on his mobile phone. So this is another, that is the check incidents. You see over here, when the user will be selecting his date of sowing and the date of checking the incident. So at the back end, this weather information will be there. So he will get the output that weather is favorable for the, say, the low growth of whitefly. So then it goes to the next window. That is, here the user can now fill in the number of adult whitefly per upper canopy of the plant. Again, the drop down menu will come, that is less than 4, 4 to 6 or more than 6. And then the spray options, and then the advisory will come. This will come in English as well as in Punjabi. So if supposing here he has selected less than 4 and the weather was favorable for low growth. But now he says that in my field, though the weather is favorable for low growth, but in my field the pest load is within 4 to 6. So then it will give the advice that do one spray of Nimibicide or Achuk. This advisory will come. But supposing if he selects that it is more than 6, you see I am showing you the screenshots for the same weather data or the same week. So if the user says that my field is having pest load more than 6, and he says that I have done this spray or I have not done any spray, so then this type of advisory will be given. So you see, depending upon what is the pest load in the field of that farmer, it will give these 3 different types of advices. So this is how we have made this app dynamic, and we will be starting fully operationalizing it from this 2021. Then with that, I end my lecture. That is how to choose the right agriculture decision support system for your agricultural crop. That is, it should be that which easily integrates with your existing data collecting system or the sensors. And it supports the decision management processes throughout the growing season. It should take into account multiple ever-changing factors of your farm. And it should be sophisticated with up-to-date modeling tools, and no professional programmer is needed to run that. Means a simple, any user or simple farmer can run it, and it should be adaptable and user-friendly. If you have such a decision support system, only then it can become popular and the user can easily use it for on-farm decisions. And then we can say that these decision support systems or these pest expert systems, they are useful for climate smart agriculture. With that, I thank.
Thank you, madam.
If there is any question, I can answer.
Yes, ma'am. There are some questions from our participants.
Yes, please.
First one from Mr. Sachin. Which model more precise for cotton and soybean pest forecasting?
You see, at the website of ICR in NCIPM, they have models for rice and cotton. So over there for cotton, you can select. You don't need to build in for your own condition. Only thing is you can use that directly because it is a dynamic website which is running. So it can be used over there For soybean, there are different models available, but there is one model which is soy pest. So it is quite accurate under the given environmental conditions.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Dr. Gopal. Which model more precise for mango, coconut, cashew nut, and rice pest forecasting?
Under Indian conditions, I don't think we have many pest models available. But in the InfoCrop model, which has been developed at IRI by Dr. Naveen Kalra and Dr. P.K. Agarwal, now that InfoCrop model is incorporating different pest models within them. Earlier, they started developing it with wheat and rice. Then they introduced in that even the plantation crops and all crops, they are available in that InfoCrop model. And even the pest models, they are also built in that. So you can use that framework for your conditions.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is from Dr. Umed Singh. What type of basic data or information are required for locust forecasting?
For locust forecasting, one thing is the weather data. Weather data that should have the wind speed and wind direction in it. Because for this locust, because it's a mobile pest. So for that, it will be requiring the temperature, rainfall, wind speed, and wind direction data. So if you have, I don't think many expert systems, they are at present available for locust. But if it was to be developed, so this would be the input data would be required.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is from Dr. Senthil Kumar. What are DSS available for nematodes?
DSS available for nematode, as I said, within India, we don't have many, but there are available, as I showed you, the website of UCIPM. That was the website of California. So I don't say that you start using that. My concern is that if supposing you want to develop for your system, you can use those models which they have used in that. That information is available on their website. So you can adapt those systems for your given conditions, and it can be used. Otherwise, for nematodes, I think on the NCIPM website, some information on the nematodes is also available.
Thank you very much, madam, for this interactive session. Now, I would like to request our co-convener, Dr. R.H. Patil, sir, to propose vote of thanks.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. One more time. Thank you, Dr. Prabjyot Sidhu. That was a very nice presentation. In fact, a lot of information has been given. And we all know in the last couple of days, we had a lot of modeling work presented by different speakers. It was more about crop and in the context of climate, but this is exclusively on pest and diseases. And that's where, in fact, I personally feel more work needs to be initiated across India, because pest incidents and their population and its dynamics is quite location specific. And my request for most of the interesting young participants of this course is to there's a huge area where they can explore this pest and disease forecasting models to work on those areas. That's because there's a vast scope on that one. And during the presentation, Dr. Sidhu also went through quite a few examples where different universities across the world have been working and have developed some kind of models. And as he rightly said, we may not and cannot use them directly to our conditions. They need to be validated and cross-checked, and certain parameter needs to be added or deleted depending on our requirements. So that's where new work needs to be initiated, and so that our pest forecasting models are developed. And she also gave a couple of examples of our own indigenous work from ICR under NCIPM, as well as quite a good work from PAU itself. And in fact, they are pioneer in this aspect, and they have done it for their important crops. So the same needs to be scaled up or tested and validated across India, especially for paddy, wheat, cotton, and some other soybean and some other important crops. In that context, I thought the presentation was very informative, very useful. So I thank Dr. Sidhu on behalf of MPKU Rahuri, especially from the on behalf of CAST, the Climate Smart Agriculture and Water Management Center, who are organizing this online training program. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much for that information lecture.
Thank you so much, Dr. I'm only sorry that there were several interruptions because being head of the department, I have to answer many phones from my higher ups. So I'm very sorry for those interruptions.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I could see that you cannot mute or you cannot turn it off. That was okay. That was okay. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all participants.
Thank you. With that, I guess, yeah.